Warning. This podcast is about to open the sealed section of spirituality. Hey you, yeah you, we see you, you divine human being.
And we are calling you to come home.
We are ready to talk about the real shit. We're going to get real about life as a divine human being.
The good, the not so great, spirituality and taboo. Divinely Human is the podcast that's all about what it means to be human in a spiritual context.
We know it's not just about being spiritual, it's about being human too.
And that means changing poopy nappies and channeling angels.
Sometimes even at the same time. It's time for us to stop making other people's noise our own soundtrack of life.
Let's make some waves together so that we can all ride them together and create deep resonance, a sense of home in this crazy world.
Pour yourself a coffee
Or a glass of wine if that's your potion.
And sit down with your new favorite spiritual sisters
as we go on a journey together into what it means to be
a divine human being
on this spiritual journey.
Hi and welcome to the Divinely Human Podcast. That was really hard, you guys. We've tried that multiple times and I feel like that was the first year we've got. Yes! And if you're watching this on YouTube or even on Spotify, you will see we're in. It's really exciting. How are you feeling about being in person?
I love this. I'm actually really sad about having to go home and go back to just being behind a screen and not recording with you in person. I'm not ready to let this go yet.
I know, I'm not even thinking about that. In true Pisces fashion, I'm like, escape the thought. I
just can't bear the thought. Because now I'm like used to it. I feel like yesterday I was like, what the hell? This is so weird. But now I'm just like, we have like sat next to each other for like millions of years before this.
Yeah,
you know?
100%. If anything, it was just like a getting to know each other in human flesh, you know?
Yes.
Because for anybody who doesn't know, actually yesterday was the first time Aleisha and I met each other in person. And we have been doing the podcast for like a year and we never recorded in person. So it was really bizarre, but I'm excited to be here.
I'm so excited to be here.
Yes, me
It's
too.
been such a good time already.
I know. But we had a really good question come in through Instagram this morning and I want to dive into it. The question was, let me read it out actually because that will make things easier.
It's a good one.
It was a good one. Which sign has big dick energy and which sign do you hate? What sign do you love? I'm excited to hear your perspective on this.
So pretty much we're going to be diving into the signs and I think that we want to expand this out, right?
Yeah.
To just have some fun with the signs. And kind of give our playful opinion on them.
Nobody come for us.
Please don't come for us.
We're just playing.
Yeah, so I'm excited to dive into this.
Me too.
I feel like we kind of know the answer to that first question already. Need we answer it?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Do you think it's the same for men and women? Because I feel like women can have big dick energy as well.
Absolutely. I think it's different for women.
I think it's different for women too.
Yeah, absolutely.
See, I think that Aries
Really? Yes! I was just about to say that. Aries women.
Yeah, Aries women.
Aries women.
What about men? What were you going to say for men?
Leo.
Of course.
And secondly, followed by Scorpio.
Oh, Scorpio.
What are you going to say?
Sagittarius, but only because for me, Scorpio don't necessarily come across as big dick energy. They come across as my dick is better than yours energy.
But I know it and I don't actually have to go out there and shout it to the heavens.
Yes.
It's I'll lure you in with my mysterious vibe and energy and you'll find out for yourself.
Yeah.
That's cool if you don't want to because I'm just way too cool for that.
And you'd be sorry if you didn't, but I'm not going to chase you or do anything.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I always wanted to be cool.
Sorry. It's okay.
Scary wants to be cool. I find that really interesting. And I have to admit that Sagittarius is probably the number one sign that I feel like I haven't fully gotten to know yet.
Yeah.
And that is because I don't know anyone in my like personal life. I don't know anyone in my family.
Yeah.
I know some people, like some friends online that are Saggies, but I've never actually met one in real life. So for me, I feel like I haven't really quite understood all aspects of Sagittarius yet. So that's interesting.
Yeah. They definitely, I don't know, see, my partner's a Sagittarius, but in comparison to like a Leo, it comes across as more so, I don't know, like more of like a I don't need validation kind of way. Like it's just inherent in his belief system that he's like, I know who the fuck I am and I know what I want and I know who I want. So I don't know, yeah. I feel like that's different because with Leo energy, I feel like they do need validation a lot.
Yeah,
it's
I
a different
agree.
vibe.
Agree. And I find as well, like asking like their groups as like a collective, they're always asking for validation. They're always like, how does everyone feel about this? Or like, what do you guys think about this? And that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Would you say with Saggies that it would be like, I guess, confidence?
Oh my God. Yeah, 100%. But see, with Sagittarius, as high as they can go is just as low as they can go. Like I know a lot of Sagittarius, both men and women, who deal with a lot of mental health issues because they just constantly ruminate and dig and dig and dig because their mind wants to expand and understand and explore, but sometimes that can lead into really deep shadow aspects. So, but like, you will never see a Sagittarius person not believing in themselves at some point in their life.
Wow. I feel like I need to experience the Sagittarius energy. I feel that because that's really interesting.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like gateway to heaven, right? Like they know what's up.
Yeah, very true. Very true.
All right, so I like the question like who do you love, who do you hate, but I feel more so like who do you vibe with, who do you not vibe with? Yeah, I know.
Okay. I feel nervous because I know that there's going to be so many people listening to this that I feel like I have beautiful friendships with. So I feel like we both need to preface this by saying this isn't personal.
No.
But it's just an overall vibe that we've noticed with, I guess, groups of these signs, like meeting them over and over. It's not like, I know one, I don't know, Libra, and I hate them, so I hate all Libras. Like, it's just kind of like the vibe that we've gotten over time observing the signs.
Yeah, totally. And I feel like, with anything, there's multiple layers to people and there's multiple different aspects that you have in your chart. So we're talking about this one particular energy and how it interacts with our own energy, I feel.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because it does come down to that as well. And I think that's what people forget.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people I really dislike this sign. Yeah. But someone else could absolutely click and vibe so hard with them.
100%.
So it's never a black and white thing. It's always, the connection of two different energies and how they communicate and integrate together. So
and I think it'll be interesting because we are polar opposites. So I'm curious.
We are on the wheel. We are polar opposites. Okay, here we go. Diving straight in. First up, I find Taurus, like Taurians, they are really overwhelmingly too much for me.
Oh my God. Really?
Yeah,
that's shocking.
They're just too much for me. I'm just like, can you calm down and please just take a seat and stop fucking talking for 2 seconds. Like,
oh my God.
And I find that they just talk shit. Like half the time they're talking, they don't even know what the fuck they're talking about. Like they just talk so much shit because they can't stop talking, and their energy is so overwhelming for me, which is funny because they're also an earth sign, and I'm a Virgo, I'm an earth sign. We're technically supposed to like gel on some levels, but all the Taurus people that I've met so far have been very overwhelming with their energy, and I'm like, oh my God, I need to go hibernate for 2 weeks after hanging out with you.
See, I cannot believe that. I would never have guessed.
I love that was like shock factor for
you. It was. No, I'm not even kidding, because they are the one sign that I feel like I gel with the most. I feel so comfortable around Taurus energy. That's what I mean. That's why I was like shocked, because they, for me, like some of my bestest friends, and like, I feel like they're all Taurus. I really love their energy.
God,
wow. Isn't that funny?
That's insane.
That's so funny. But again, we're so different in terms of energy and how it interacts, because for me, the energy that I least vibe with is actually Cancer.
Wow.
I cannot stand how emotional and sensitive they are. And whiny. I'm sorry. I can't.
I think too, because obviously you're a Pisces, so you are quite emotional, but you don't put that out for the world to see. You're not sitting there telling everyone your problems. You're not sitting there like letting everyone know that you're like sooking or anything. You're like, bury it deep within and then just go with the flow and shut up. Like, I've got 2 Piscean sisters. I know how it works. So I guess that does make sense for you, like having someone there just expressing that really outwardly would just be like, dude, I deal with this every day. Like, shut up.
Literally, I'm like, fucking grow some balls and like, I don't understand, but it's fine. No, because I love how open they are. I just cannot wrap my head around it sometimes. It's too much for me. Too much emotional energy kind of sets me off, you know?
I kind of agree with you to some degree.
Yeah.
I know some Cancer people. I've been in a relationship with a Cancer person before, and it's the mood swings for me. It's the flick of a switch mood swings for me. I'm like, I walk into the room and I'm like,
what is going to be happening right this second?
What mood are they going to be in today? Like, I just never know what they're going to be doing, right? Like, or how they're going to be feeling.
Yeah.
So I get nervous around them.
Yeah, same, right? And I feel like they change their mind a lot, which is not necessarily a negative thing, but like when you're arguing with a Cancer, and then 2 days later you go to revisit, their perspective has changed completely.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're like, we were literally arguing about this 2 days ago. I don't get how we've changed.
Yeah.
But that's because of the moon, right? Like,
absolutely.
Moon signs so quickly.
Absolutely. I can't even actually imagine being kind of a Cancer, or having Cancer in my, big 3.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that.
Do you know where it is for you?
Oh, bloody hell. I don't even know. I can't even remember where it is right now. Is it? I don't know. Again, we're in the situation where we're like, I can't even remember my own card.
Looking at so many. Who's were we looking at?
I need to devote some time to myself.
I was looking at Meghan Markle's chart after. She's got Cancer energy, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Wait, where was that? Was that a node that she had Cancer in?
I can't remember now.
Now I want to know.
Yeah, here we go. No, she had North Node in Leo. That's what it was.
Oh, okay. Right. Wow.
Yeah.
I do get Cancer vibes off her though.
Yeah, because her Cancer is got Mars in the 12th house, and then it's just cusping the 1st house.
Is
that interesting?
That is interesting. That is interesting. Yeah, well, I have nothing. Mine is cusp of the 6th and 7th house.
Oh.
And I've got nothing in there.
Wait, 6th and 7th. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. That's using Classicus, but yeah. I have nothing in I have nothing in there. It's
neither
empty.
do I.
It's very although Although I'm pretty sure. No, I don't have anything. That's it. Finished.
Done.
Absolutely.
I don't have anything in there either.
Absolutely finished. Done. Except, oh no, I do have my South Node. I forgot to turn South Node on the thing, so it didn't come up. So I was like, oh fuck, that's directly opposite my North Node. And then I saw the line, and I'm like, oh wait, no, I do have South Node in Cancer.
Wow,
So
that's interesting.
I feel like
Do you feel like you're moody?
I don't. I just feel like I have a lot of karmic shit around like the mother archetype.
Yeah.
I have a lot of karmic stuff that I've brought into this life that is surrounding domesticity in itself and that sort of thing. I'm like, don't. I will never be a housewife. Don't call me that. Like, but also I know I will really carry that thing, especially with men, where I'm like, I'm not your fucking mother.
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't be doing this shit.
That's interesting.
So I think I have a bit of a wound around that somewhere, where I think in a past life that I have been that, like, because
and felt restricted
and felt really restricted by that mother archetype and having too much of that responsibility, and now I'm like anti. And I also, this is probably like a very vulnerable thing to share, but I like suffered from postpartum depression with both my kids. And at times I'm really hard on myself because I'm like, oh, am I showing them like enough love? Am I making them feel loved enough? Because sometimes I can just be very blunt and unemotional. So I find that I do have to remind myself, like, you know, kids need affection. Like kids need to feel like that physical safety and connection, nurturing energy. So that actually really resonates.
Yes, you're like, wait a minute, am I trying to actually make sense?
I'm like, I actually do have like quite a big Cancer signature there.
That's really
that
interesting.
Causes some stuff for me. So yeah, that's interesting.
I find it interesting too that you had your first boy really quite young too.
Yeah.
Like, and we always see that with that South Node placement, it does have a major influence on the foundations of our life. So yeah, that's really interesting actually. I think the South Node is really overlooked, to be honest.
I think so. I think a lot of people focus too much on the North Node when it comes to that. But like, there's so many other things in our chart that also carry North Node energy, and so many points of reference that, you know, that we can use that give that same sort of, and it different but still similar energy of like what you're kind of, you know, stepping into in this life. I feel like we do kind of forget about poor little South Node there hanging out.
I know. Well, I feel like our whole like belief system, especially for this podcast, is the fact that we don't actually always need to excel out of our body.
Absolutely.
Like, we do need to kind of journey down and in, and the South Node does give a lot of reference for that, because I know that when I was like first discovering my birth chart and all the different placements, I totally overlooked the South Node. I was like, how fucking boring. Like, I don't want to know about that. But now, like, the more that I learn, I'm like, it actually makes so much sense as to just the inherent nature or my tendencies that I kind of fall back on when I'm not feeling myself. So yeah, that's really interesting because mine's in Aquarius.
Okay.
In the 4th house. So I do feel that Cancerous energy too, because it's like that home kind of vibe. But
roots.
Yeah, but there was a lot of turmoil in my family growing up. So like that kind of structure of like wanting to
escape almost from that and kind of disassociate from that part of your life.
Exactly.
That's really interesting.
Which is interesting again because I had my daughter when I was really young as well. So.
Yeah. It's kind of like we're both being reminded that like, yes, your experience has not been the best with that energy, but it doesn't mean that you get to carry that forward for the next generation after you that you're bringing into this world. It's like here to make a new slate, like write a new narrative about that mother archetype, that home, that safety, those roots, and just bring them into this new ideology. Yeah. Wow. Well, this has been a turn.
We were like, we're going to do a fun episode.
We always end up in this position. Literally always. It always ends up being so deep and meaningful.
I know, God.
But I want to know, let's get back on track. And I want to know who you do vibe with.
I do vibe with Taurus.
Yeah.
I really vibe with Taurus. And obviously Virgos. It's more so that earthy energy. I really vibe with any of the earths. Like Capricorns, really vibe with them. Don't necessarily vibe too much with air energy at all.
No.
Sorry, but I really struggle with
Aries would be like my second one.
Really?
I'm like
Aries men.
Leo women.
Leo women.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't know. I feel like I'm really trying to embrace that Leo energy, obviously, because it's my North Node, but
yeah,
it's fucking hard.
It's hard. It's my Chiron, so I'm like, I'm wounded in there. I'm like, I need to be that, but I just have this like, so it is something that I've acknowledged that I need to it's me. It's probably me. It's not them, which is very hard to
accept. And
yes, don't want to admit that.
No, fair enough. Okay, fuck, marry, kill.
Oh God, here we go.
Fuck, marry, kill. Who would you go? Who would you, out of all of the zodiac signs, who would you fuck?
Oh God. Oh God. Jesus Christ.
Okay, fuck with. Who would you fuck with?
Can we use code? Okay, Jesus Christ. Oof.
Oh my God, I was going to say the same thing. Although I don't think I've ever slept with a Scorpio man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Scorpio. Look, moving on.
Awkward. Yes.
Anyway.
So we agree?
Yeah, we agree. I mean, I don't really know though, but I feel like
Energy-wise though?
Energy-wise.
Yes.
Energy-wise.
Mysterious vibe.
It is. I just feel like they're known for being good in bed.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
Very known. And honestly, I it's really funny because I did that poll on my stories months ago about like the most hated sign. Everyone said Scorpio.
No way.
Everyone. Oh no, Leo. Oh no, it was Scorpio. And I was like, I actually love Scorpio. Like even like Scorpio friends, Scorpio women, like I really vibe with Scorpio energy because
really
I'm quite cutthroat.
Yeah.
So I kind of really appreciate when people are quite honest and upfront and cutthroat too, and satire. I love a bit of satire humour.
You're like, I'm not alone in this world.
Yes, like I'm not as fucked up as I thought I was.
Yeah, it was funny us last night because I do have a lot of planets in Scorpio too, and I was like, this is brutal. Because we went out to an event last night. I was like, these poor people are just getting slithered to pieces.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's okay because we're just speaking the honest truth.
Judging you quietly.
Anyway.
So moving on to marry.
Yeah.
Okay. Whew. I don't know.
This is a hard
hate everyone.
one.
No.
Yeah, no. I think if I'm going to go...
Oh, this is hard. I don't even know what I'm going to say.
I don't like shit. I love my fiance with all my heart. I really love you. But it'd have to be an earth.
Yeah, it would have to be an earth.
I think for me it would have to be a Capricorn. Because for me, I'm like, I want to build a life, and if anybody's going to build a life, it's going to be
a Capricorn.
Yeah.
But they've got the wise.
They do.
The wise, like, bigger person. Like, they're just the bigger person in those situations that you need someone to step up to be the bigger person. Yes. I'm with you. I love this because I feel the same.
Really?
Sorry.
Oh my God, there you go.
My planet's Gemini and Love him, but next life it's not going to be that.
It's a whole.
I hope that he reincarnates as a Capricorn.
We'll do some blood magic to make that happen.
Absolutely. I mean, my mom is a Gemini.
Oh, really?
My partner's a Gemini. My stepdad is a Gemini. And I've got other various family members who are close to me who are also Geminis, and I just feel smothered by like this erratic energy that's just changing their mind all the time. And my earthy Virgo ass needs some stability, and they don't provide that for me at all. So absolutely,
you're like clinging to the tatters right now.
Absolutely. I don't want to marry two people. I just need one, please.
And that is one Capricorn.
One Capricorn. I feel like that's good.
Yeah.
Ooh, like Capricorn Sun.
Oh, this is
Capricorn Sun. Would you choose Scorpio rising or moon?
Scorpio moon, Sagittarius rising.
Oh,
yes. Because I feel like as a Scorpio rising myself, I feel like we can get really overlooked.
Yeah.
Like I can come across as resting bitch face, like. And I do have some very harsh opinions sometimes, but like people just don't take a chance to get to know me sometimes, and I wouldn't want my partner to be like that, you know?
God, I resonate so much with that.
Really?
Yeah, I really do. Although I will say, and this is probably the reason why, I was looking at my draconic chart the other week, and I have so many Scorpio and Sagittarius placements. It's like all Scorpio and Sag.
Oh my god, that's really fascinating.
Yeah.
I am like, every time I look at my chart from a different kind of perspective, whether it's whole sign, Placidus, draconic, like anything, I'm like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It is insane.
Yeah.
It's interesting because it just gives you like this different aspect of it. So if they say draconic is like your like soul, like who your soul is in this lifetime, like on a soul level, which incorporates like experiences before this incarnation, whereas like your natal is just this incarnation, life. This human life. So it's interesting.
That is interesting.
So I do have that blunt, cutthroat. Like sometimes I can be really quick to draw my opinions.
I'm like, I hate energy. And then I'm like, today I'm like, actually it's kind of nice.
Like that all the time. I find that too if like my partner is asking me to make a decision on something, or not even asking me to make a decision. He's asking me something. He's like, oh, is it okay if I'm like, no. And then
no backing down.
24 hours later I'm like, oh, well, you know what? I kind of jumped the gun there.
I know, literally. But in that moment, there is no backing down from that decision.
Absolutely not. Like, lock it in, Eddie. I am there, ride or die. And then I always go back on it. I'm like, I'm really sorry. I was wrong. I jumped to conclusions. Like, I shouldn't have done that. So I find that interesting.
Yeah, I find that interesting too. I feel like that's why we do get on very well together.
Yeah.
That's funny. All right, kill. Who are you going to kill?
Oh, easy. Taurus.
Oh.
Straight away.
Easy, Aries. Sorry, Aries.
Yeah.
I just don't want them in my life.
I would say Leo, but like I do have empathy for Leo. Like I understand. And I'm taking in what you said before, like we are both like moving through different lessons of like accepting that energy of like things being about us and being seen and heard in this space. So definitely Taurus is for me. Bye-bye.
Interesting.
See you later.
There you go. Isn't that funny? That's funny. It would be Aries or Gemini. It depends if it's
maybe
a man or a woman.
Yeah, maybe Gemini. It's funny though, Gemini, like with every sign, I always see such a big difference between like the female counterpart to the male counterpart. But with Gemini, I'm like, they're all the fucking
same. They're all the same, you reckon?
They're all the fucking same. What I think that is because the energy is already split into two. So it's like 4 different kinds of energy. So it's just kind of like all the same, mixed up together. And I find there's no huge like differentialities between the two like counterparts. Yeah. Which is interesting.
That is interesting.
Every other sign there's
There's a
certain
difference.
things
Yeah.
that like I see one, predominant sex do and the other doesn't, or vice versa. So that's interesting.
Yeah, that's really fascinating.
Yeah.
All right, I want to hear from you guys.
Mm.
Who are you going to fuck? Who are you going to marry? Who are you going to kill with the zodiac sign? I reckon that'd be really funny to hear.
Yes.
We'll put a poll on Spotify.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If you guys can please leave your answers, because I think this would be really cool to make a post with and post it on our DH page too with your answers.
Yeah.
And just gauge the listeners and see where everyone's at. Very, very important information. Quite clearly, like this is some
Research.
Absolutely. This is going to change the face of mankind moving forward. This kind of research and investigation. So please make sure that you
participate.
We need all the participation that you can. So don't be shy. We won't share who it is or anyone.
No.
But
we'll
it's
definitely
anonymous.
have a little applause for the most popular sign.
Absolutely.
Some a moment of appreciation.
Absolutely.
It better be Pisces. I didn't hear Pisces come up once in this whole conversation.
No, I know. You guys do drive me crazy. Don't get me wrong.
Oh no, I know.
Just not the first. It's the passive aggressiveness with Pisces. With my two Pisces sisters, I'm like, if you're not happy, just tell me, because your body language is literally telling me right now that you're pissed off. Just fucking say it. Like,
why can't you just see me? Like, I know that I'm mad. Like,
oh my god, the grudges that you guys hold, they could span over like multiple lifetimes long. Like,
no, they do.
Drop the grudge.
They do. I think that's why when I meet some people, I cannot get to know them, because I'm like, I'm still holding a grudge from lifetimes ago.
And you're not prepared to hold another one just in case.
No way.
There's too much weight on your poor little fishy soul.
We can only swim so far.
Oh my god, this has been so fun.
I know, it has been. It really has.
I love this.
I love how many turns we took.
I know, yeah. We've really dug deep into the important things.
Yes, we did.
But we do want to hear from you guys.
Yes.
What your opinion is on this. Who would you fuck? Who would you marry? Who would you kill?
Got to know.
Who do you love? Who do you hate? Ooh, what did you have for breakfast yesterday? Like, just give it to us all straight, all the answers. Bring them in, because we want that.
Yeah.
Yay!
All right, guys. We'll see you next episode.
We will see you next episode, and we won't be in person, which will be really, really sad.
Or you might be.
Well, maybe. You never know.
You
never know what we have up our sleeve. Who knows?
If you think this episode would be music or maybe laughter to somebody's ears, please pass it on. We would love to reach new people, and my water bottle's making really annoying noises right now. So anyway, we will catch you next episode.
Catch you then.
Bye.